Hello, everybody. It's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here for another Think Tank Thursday. How are you today, my friends? I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I am so excited to be here with you guys. I'm looking forward to playing a little bit today. I have a fun project idea in mind, and I can't wait to share it with you. And I think you guys are going to love it too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hi, Estrada. How are you, darling? I see folks are coming in. So please go ahead and say hello when you come in so that I know you're here. And we'll get started here in just a minute, okay? I have a couple of things, little housekeeping tidbits for you today. First of all, of course, celebration is going on right now until the end of this month. So we have just a couple of weeks left, not quite 2 weeks, or right about 2 weeks actually, for celebration to be here. And that means that you get a free gift with every qualifying purchase, and you get to choose your gift from a selection of amazing things. And one of the things that Stampin' Up! Just released that they have decided to put into a second release of free celebration items is the Alphabet a la Mode die bundle, which is, or the die set, which is absolutely amazing because it's the whole set of alphabet dies. They're really nice size. They're absolutely beautiful. And they're like a $35 purchase, but you get them for free with a qualifying order. So that's really exciting. And we have some new scrapbooking items available as well, which is also exciting. And there's just a lot of really cool stuff going on. So, a lot of nice products that are in the new spring catalog, online exclusive items, all the things. And any of the platforms that you choose to shop from, you can use towards those free items, which is so much fun. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera around. I have something fun to share with you guys. As you can see, the graphic right here at the bottom of our screen is about the Storybooks Friends folio class. And I'm going to actually show you a sneak peek of it. So you'll be able to check it out and see if it might be something that you're interested in participating in. Okay? All right, let me see here. Turn my camera around. Here we go. All right. Now, let me just go ahead and take a quick second and let me get rid of that for just a minute. I'm going to do a quick, actually, I think I can leave it there. Okay, I'll leave it for just a minute, all right? So just in case you see the folio and decide you absolutely have to participate, you can do that right there. Just line your camera up with that QR code, and it will take you directly to my event page that will give you all of the details and tell you how you can sign up for the class, okay? This is an in-person and virtual hybrid class. So that means that the in-person class is on Saturday, March 1st, which is coming up in just a couple of weeks. And for those who are not local but would also like to participate in the class, you can order it to be mailed directly to you. Okay, so this is a super stinking cute folio. As you can tell, it's got a little bit of width to it. Hey, Mama San, how are you? I'm glad you made it okay. And it's really interactive, so it's going to be super cool. It's approximately 5x7 size, and it includes the products from the Storybook Friends collection. Okay, so we're going to be using the designer series paper, as you can see here. We're going to be using the stamp and die bundle. This is this frame right here, the blue one, is from the die set, and there's a little bit of stamping involved as well. The class will also include a spool of this absolutely beautiful petal pink scalloped ribbon, and it will include a package of the beautiful iridescent dots. So before I get this thing opened up, I'll show you. Here's the low profile dots. These are the ones that will be included in the kit. And the scalloped ribbon, the petal pink scalloped ribbon right there. So you'll get both of those items to complete your project with. And then you'll get some of the designer series paper, as well as all of the pieces to the album cut and prepped for you. So you'll get something like this, and this is very rudimentary, so this is just my set, but you'll get everything already pre-cut and kind of layered together in an appropriate order for you, so that you'll be able to open up the kit and put it together. Okay? All right. So first things first, it has this super cute little magnetic buckle, and you will have magnets included in your kit so that you can attach them, and I'll show you where to do all of that. So we've got the magnetic buckle, and we open it up, and the first thing we see is an accordion style folio envelope. So this has a lot of room in it, right about 1/4 of an inch, that you'll be able to put photos, ephemera, journal, pieces, whatever. And you can see it's tied with this cute little bow here. And then we open the folio up all the way. Now this is called a gatefold folio. So you can see it's opening this way, right? So you've got on this side a pocket with this piece will be, you'll be making this one in your kit, but these little photo things, I just have these from one of the scrapbook kits, and I've inserted them throughout the book so that you can see different places where you can put photos or journaling things or whatever. So as I'm going through and showing you all of the things, just know that everything that you see here is going to be included in the kit except for these little paper sheets here. Okay. So you will have the supplies to make the little journaling page there. You'll have enough room to put some photos in, another little spot of photo pocket there. You've got this pull out panel. You can put photos, journaling, whatever you want to put. It's got enough space to add another couple of photos in there if you like. You could put a photo here or some journaling, whatever you want to do. And then as I open this page, you come to another pocket where you're able to put some photos in. And then on this side, we have a super cute little tag or bookmark, whatever you want to use it for. And it's decorated on the front, but you've got some room on the back to do whatever you'd like. So if you'd like to put a photo or some journaling here, you could put a photo and then put your journaling on here, whatever you want to do. So it's really got a lot of options for you. And then we'll open up one more time here, and we have this side that has this nice pocket with room for more photos. And then this little insert also opens up, and it leaves room for photos or journaling or whatever. And then you can also put a photo on the back of it, of course. And like I've got here, a couple of the little photo sheets. So you can see the pockets are nice enough that you're able to put a few photos in there if you want to. On this page, we have another pocket with a little insert here. And again, same as the others, photo or journaling. You can put more photos in there. I like to put enough of the little pocket space where you can add more than one photo if you'd like. So it's entirely up to you. And then I'll fold this one open again. And now we're at the center of the album. Okay. So on this side, we have yet another pocket, lots of pockets and tuck spots in here. We have another insert, super, super cute. And then we've got this beautiful little file folder where you can put some journaling or notes or whatever you'd like there. Okay, there's that. And then the center section here has a magnetic closing flap and 3 pages of cascading backgrounds for you to put either photos, journaling, whatever you want. And then last but not least, the little pocket here where we've got our little insert pieces that you can put photos on the back, you can put journaling on, you can put a photo here even. So lots and lots of room for you to put photos, journaling, ephemera, whatever you want. So this would make a great little birthday gift. It would make a fabulous baby shower gift, whatever you like. So to close it up, we're just going to fold all of these things back and then tuck our little flap in there, and the little magnet grabs it so that it stays closed. See? Isn't that great? It's absolutely beautiful, and I had so much fun dressing it up and designing it for you. Now, of course, this is honestly a pretty simple and straightforward folio. I don't have all of the pages inked. I don't have any distressing or anything like that. So you could level this up however you want to. I mean, you can go all out with all the inks and sponging and distressing and everything else if that's what you'd like to do. But I think it's just a very pretty, clean cut, beautiful folio album that gives you lots of room for photos and things like that. So if you would like to participate in the class, as I mentioned, the QR code is right there. So just hover your phone over the camera over the QR code and it'll take you directly to my event page. And then from there, you can read the description, find out all of the details about the class and how to get signed up. Okay. So I'm going to set that off to the side. And then I'm going to talk to you guys about the products that I've got here. So one of the things, the Designer Series paper, I've shown it to you guys kind of briefly before when I first got it. This is the paper that I used for that kit. And you'll actually get, let me just bring it out here. You're going to get all of these little pieces here. You can see I just cut them apart, and then some of them I used directly on the panels. Some of them I used for little tuck spots, right? So these were all in the tuck. And then it also has these really cute little die cut characters and little elements and things. And so you'll get these as well. And you'll be able to use these on the project. And you can see all the different papers. You'll get all of your stuff pre-cut for you. So you'll have everything already done. You won't have to worry about it. And then you'll have a little bit of scrap left over, various pieces here and there from the different papers. And those will be included in your kit in a separate little baggie so you can do whatever you want to with them. But if you're looking in the catalog or online, you may see the Designer Series paper. And this is called Storybook Moments. So the Stamp and Die bundle is Storybook Friends, which is this one right here. And there's the dies, and you can see that beautiful frame right there. And the dies that we talked about last week, right, where some of them would die cut out some of the images. Um, so this is the designer series paper. You have two options with this. You've got the designer series paper, and then you have the designer series paper with a sticker sheet. Okay, so that's this one. It has one 12 by 12 sheet of sticker elements here for like scrapbooking and things like that. And then there's a coordinating package of cardstock that's called Storybook Life. And this is the new, I'll say new to Stampin' Up, but kind of from close to my heart when we did the merge. It's called Two-Tone Cardstock. And so you can see this side is a bit lighter than this side. And it has a few sheets of each of the coordinating colors in Stampin' Up! Colors. So Stampin' Up! Borrowed the idea of the two-tone cardstock and brought it over and put it on, or put the idea with our colors, which is absolutely amazing. So this little package of cardstock has a couple sheets each of the coordinating colors that coordinate with the designer series paper and the scrapbooking kits. So it's a way for you to get 12 by 12 paper in the colors that you might need, because if you know, Stampin' Up! Doesn't generally carry 12 by 12 cardstock. So in order to do any projects, you would have to use either 8.5 by 11 cardstock or one of these new two-tone paper packs that are made to coordinate with the right colors, which is wonderful. Okay. And then the other option is to do the Storybook Life scrapbooking kit. Okay. Now, the scrapbooking kit is a bit different because it has a little booklet here that tells you step by step how to cut all of the papers that are included, and it gives you the measurements and instructions for each of the 3 two-page layouts. Okay. So this kit is basically an all-inclusive kit to design 3 two-page layouts. So you'll have 6 scrapbook pages right off the bat, plus plenty of extra supplies that you can actually use to make more pages or other projects, whatever you'd like to do. Okay. And one of the really cool things about it, and again, the idea taken from the Close to My Heart scrapbooking workshop kits, is this really cool chart that shows you the paper and the exact measurements of how to cut it to get the most bang for your buck and to make sure that you get all the pieces that you need for each of the scrapbooking layouts. So that is really cool. And then it even goes as far as to show you how far each measurement should go, or how far each piece should be placement wise, etc. And each piece is labeled with a number and a letter. So that's really cool. Plus you can see in the kit, you can see those little photo placeholders. This is where I got them from. So they come included in your kit for all of the photo sizes that the kit recommends for your scrapbook. So you have all of those. You have a die cut sheet, and it has the page layout on the back so that you can see which page it is. Project 1, 2, and 3 you can see there. So you can pop all of these little die cut pieces out and stack them up for layout number 1, 2, and 3. And then this, you might recognize, this is that sticker sheet that you could get the sticker sheet and the DSP pack together. So when I said that you have options, one of the options is the DSP by itself. One of the options is the DSP with the sticker sheet. And then the other option is the scrapbook workshop. Okay. So you can't get the sticker sheet by itself. You can only get it with a pack of the paper. Another thing to note is that in the scrapbooking kit, excuse me, you have some cardstock, which is that two-tone cardstock. And it's a little bit different for each of the workshop kits. So you really want to read the instructions or the description in the scrapbooking catalog that tells you exactly what you get in the kit. So it will show you X number of pages of two-tone cardstock, X number of pages of willow white cardstock, X number of sheets of single-sided designer series paper, and X number of sheets of dual-sided designer series paper. Okay, so it tells you exactly what you're going to get in the kit, and they can be different between the different kits. So you really want to make sure that you pay attention to what the description tells you. Okay, now similarities between the duotone cardstock paper pack and the duotone paper that's in the scrapbooking kit is that the colors will be the same, but you're not necessarily getting all of the same papers in the scrapbooking kit that you would in the individual pack of paper. And then likewise, the single-sided DSP, you only get in the workshop. You don't get this in the DSP pack. Okay. And then also with the two-tone DSP, this one, for example, this coordinates with the plaid 6x6 paper, but is not in the DSP pack. And this pattern is a yellowy tone, wild wheat, rather than the petal pink and calypso coral of this one. So this paper is exclusive to the scrapbooking workshop. The same with this one. And this one is probably the same. Let's see here. I feel like this one might be the same, but maybe it's not got the same front and back. So this one has the strawberries on the back and the bunnies on the front. Let's just see. Yes, that one is the same. So you can see there's the bunny pattern and the strawberries on the back. So that's the only paper that is the same between the scrapbooking kit and the designer series paper pack. Okay, so it's kind of confusing in a way, but just know that the designer series paper pack and the cardstock pack coordinate but are not the same as the scrapbooking workshop. Okay, so the scrapbooking workshop gives you a nice little variety of the products and everything that you need to create a couple of scrapbook pages. But if you would like to do more scrapbook pages, then you can always purchase the cardstock pack and the designer series paper pack to extend the number of pages you can do. Okay. All right. Now, all of that to be said, I'm going to move this out of the way because this is not our project today. I am going to do a project though that does coordinate but is not the same as our stuff that I've been showing you. Okay, so the reason why I showed you those things is because they coordinate with this. This is something that we can do with the same products and another way to use the products. Okay, so there it is, tying it all in together. All right, so yeah. Psych. Anyway, while I was looking at different things that I wanted to put into my folio, different styles and interactive things, I came across this really cute little folio tutorial on YouTube. And it's called the Quick and Easy Folio from Camellia Crafts Designs on YouTube. And she showed how to do this little folio base. And I'm going to do it with you guys, and then we're going to dress it up this evening. Okay, so this one is just the basic model to show the layout and design, but then we're going to make one and zhuzh it up and make it pretty. Okay. All right. So in her sample, she had some Velcro dots on the back side of the flap here. So imagine that there's Velcro dots there, and we're opening it up, and it opens up this way. Okay. Or rather, she had it like this. So it opens up this way. All right. And then it has a pocket here. You can see that little pocket right there. There's a little pocket right here. And then also had a Velcro dot on the back side of this flap. So you'd open it up this way, and then you'd have these cascading panels opening up again. Now, let me get rid of... Hold on. I'm trying to get rid of... There it is. Okay, there we go. Now you guys can see better. All right, so this thing would be folded over like this. We'd open it up here and here. You've got two pockets here and here. And then this would be Velcroed shut. And you would open it up here and here, and then here and here. Okay. So it's a super simple, small, and very cute little folio. And of course, it's very, very basic right here, but we're going to turn it into something really pretty. Okay. So let me set this up here. Let me move this out of the way. And the first question of the evening, are you ready? For the base of our folio, are we going to do pecan or a lagoon base? Okay. Are we doing pecan pie or Lost Lagoon base for our little mini folio here? All right. You tell me in the comments. Are we doing pecan pie or Lost Lagoon for our base? Okay. Let me set that up there. I've got my handy dandy Dollar Tree Velcro dots. I absolutely love these things. And for $1.25, you can't beat it. So I've got those. I have my Storybook Friends Stamp and Die bundle because we're going to use this. And we're going to use some of the Storybook Life Designer Series paper and elements as well. Okay. All right. Okay, I see pecan pie. So let me set my stamps and dies up there. We've got a piece of 8.5 by 11-inch cardstock, and we're going to take this down to 8.25 by 11 inches. Okay, so it's already 11 inches. I'm going to bring in my handy dandy trimmer, and I'm just going to take off 1/4 inch on that side. All right. Now I'm going to take my trimmer. I'm going to move the cutting blade down, and using my scoring my scoring blade, we're going to make some score lines on the long side, okay? Now, in case you'd like to see it, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up right there for you. There's the size of the base and the measurements for scoring. So if you'd like to take a quick screenshot of that, you're more than welcome to. That way you can recreate this if you like. So we'll start out with our first score line at 3 inches. Okay, our next score line at 3 1/4. 6 1/4 is the next one. 6 1/2. All the way over to 9 1/2. And then 9 3/4. Okay. All right. Now we have something that has 3 panels with a skinny strip in between and then a little flap at the end. Okay. Now that we've got this, we're going to turn our paper and we're going to cut a strip that's 2 7/8 of an inch by 11. Okay. So I'm going to line it up at the 2 7/8 inch mark and I'm going to cut that strip off. All right. So this is 2 7/8 inch by 11. And you can see it still has it has all of the scoring that the other piece has as well, okay? And this is the coolest thing. Honestly, the way that this folio was designed and put together is absolutely brilliant, actually. All right, so on the folio, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 cascade panels, right? Okay, so we have here 1, 2, 3 of our panels from this one strip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up at the 3 1/4 inch mark, which is going to put me right on that outside line of that small strip. Okay, so I have the bigger section and then the little skinny strip. And I'll bring the cutting blade down and I'm going to cut that off. So you can see right there, it's got the little skinny strip and that section. All right. Now I'm going to do that again 2 more times. So I'm going to come back over here to 3 1/4 again. That's going to cut off the second section. And then 3 1/4 again. And it's going to cut off the third section. And then it will leave this little piece here. Now, guess what this little piece is? This is that front little tuck spot right here. Isn't that cool? All right, so now we have 3 of the 4 cascading panels and the 1 pocket. Well, we have this piece left. What are we going to do now? Well, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn the paper so that the skinnier strip, the top flap, is facing away. And we have the 3 sections here. We're going to cut again at 3 1/4 inches from this edge so that we get 1 section and 1 skinny strip. So very similar to how we just did. Okay. And then once I do this, I'm going to make my 4th cascading panel by cutting at 2 7/8 of an inch. Is that not absolutely brilliant? So now I have 4 of my cascading panels. I have my little pocket piece. And guess what? When I cut this little strip off, I get that first big pocket right up here. Isn't that great? I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to put this right at the 3 inches mark, and I'm going to cut that little strip off. Okay. Now we have used an entire sheet of 8.5 by 11-inch paper. And you know what scraps we have left? Literally this. Isn't that great? This is all we have left of scrap. Everything else is being used on this super stinking cute little folio. Isn't that great? I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, let me move my trimmer out of the way. And I'm going to bring in my bone folder and burnish all of these little score lines here. So I'll start out with this one right here. Bring it in. There we go. Fold this side over. And this side. Okay. And as you can see, there's the folio base right there. Pretty cool. All right, we've got our 2 pockets and then our 4 cascading panels. So I'm going to just take that little strip and fold it over and give it a good burnish. Okay. There we go. All right, now we want to go ahead and decorate everything up before we start assembling it because, for example, I probably would want a piece of designer series paper maybe on the back of this. I won't be able to do that if I put these on first. And then likewise with this as well, maybe I'd like there to be some designer series paper in there. So I want to do all of that before I start assembling my folio. So first things first, let me grab my designer series paper. Okay. And we've got this one. And this one. There's that wild wheat yellowish color I was telling you about. And this one here. And this one here. Okay, so I've just taken 1 sheet of each pattern from the designer series paper pack. Okay. Now, let me set this stuff off to the side and let's figure out what we want to use. I think this pattern right here would be a really pretty one to use on the inside of the folio right here. We could even do it on this side too if you wanted to. What do you think? Do you think we should put this on all 3 or just the 2 or maybe just the 1? We could do this on one side and maybe this on another one. So we could do like this side by side. Or there's also, where is it at? It's a really pretty one. This one right here I really like. Okay, so if we're doing the 2 different patterns, or are we doing the same pattern? Let's start with that one. Okay, so in the comments, let me know, are we doing the houses all the way across the panels, or are we doing the 2 different tones? Are we doing houses and then another pattern, or are we doing just houses? Okay, 1 pattern or 2 patterns? That's the question. Let me know which one we're doing, and I'll get started on cutting the paper. Okay, Do, 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 do. I better quit that. YouTube will say, wait, you can't play music. Even though it sounds awful and it's out of tone, but it's okay. All right, I see 2. Okay, very good. Now the next question is, are we using the wild wheat for the second pattern? Or are we using Lost Lagoon for the second pattern? Okay. Wild wheat or Lost Lagoon for the second pattern? Wild wheat or Lost Lagoon? Let me know. And I think I will also grab my, I'll also maybe grab a sponge dauber and show you guys that one too. Okay. All right, what do we think, folks? Wild wheat or Lost Lagoon? Okay, looks like, oh, I see it, Lost Lagoon. All right, excellent choice. Okay, so this piece right here is right at 5 3/8 of an inch. So I know we probably want to leave just a little bit of a border. So I'm going to say we need to do this piece at 5 1/4 by 2 3/4. Let's see here. Hold on. Nope. 5 1/4 by 2 7/8. 5 1/4 by 2 7/8. All right. So what I want to do is I want to cut a strip at 2 7/8 because I don't really want to use up all of my paper. So let me grab this right here. We'll say 2 7/8. All right. I said 5 1/4, didn't I? Measure twice, cut once. 5 1/4. Whew. All right. There we go. You know, actually, let me see how it looks if I do it from this side. 5 1/4. Okay. I like that way. 5 1/4 by 2 7/8. And that will put just the tiniest little border all the way around. And I really like that. I think that's perfect. Okay, so 2 7/8. All right. By 5 1/4. All right. Now, the really cool thing about using that Lost Lagoon is that on the other side of it is the really cute little creatures. And because it's already 2 7/8 of an inch, we could use this for the front of our little folio here. So if we go ahead and cut 5 1/4, and let's just see. Right here. Okay, we end up with that. So we've got that one for the front. And then we have this one for the inside. And we have this one for that piece. And then let me cut just a little strip right here, which is 1 1/8. Okay, 1 1/8. Right. Okay, by 5 1/4. All right, so there's that one. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the outside flap also with this same paper. Okay. All right. Now let's go ahead and make another decision, shall we? Okay. Right now, this is what I would consider plain Jane. Okay. Everything is crisp and clean. There's no distressing. There's no inked edges. It's pretty clean cut, right? Okay, so we have a choice to make here. Are we going to add some ink to our pieces before we adhere them together? Or are we going to leave them clean and simple? Okay, so the question is distressed or clean? Okay, distressed or clean? And while you guys are deciding that, I'm going to set these off to the side here. Okay. And I'm going to think about these pieces right here. So, distressed or clean? What are we going to do? All right. Are we doing distressed or are we doing clean edges? Distressed or clean edges? Okay. All right. It looks like we're doing distressed. Yay. Okay. Of course, there are probably as many ways to do distressing as there are in the letters of distressing. But the way that we're going to do it is I'm going to bring in some early espresso ink. Hey, Miss Ruth, absolutely. Distress it, girl. Okay, so we're bringing in early espresso ink. This is one of the favorite ones that I like to use. Soft suede was one of my favorites, but then, it kind of retired and it made me sad. And so now I'm using early espresso, and I'm just going to take a sponge dauber and I'm going to dab it into my early espresso ink. And then I'm just going around my edges like so. Okay. And as you can see, I'm just putting a little bit on there at a time, giving it just a little flick off the edge of the paper. I'm not being rough with it. I'm not being heavy-handed. When you feel like the ink is running low, you can dab it in again and keep moving all the way around. Remember that you can always add more if you want to, but you can't take it off once it's on there, okay? So it's better to start out light and then add more as you like. That way you're not getting it kind of overwhelmed and crazy, okay? All right, now I could also do even more distressing by bringing in my scissors and roughing up the paper. That's something that we could definitely do. But for right now, I'm just going to put a little bit of ink to my papers, okay? And you're going to be able to see how big of a difference it makes just adding a little bit of ink. It's actually amazing how much of a difference it makes. So when I was making the portfolio for the folio class, And I was keeping everything clean and even and straight. And it was kind of killing me because distressing is just so much fun. And it really adds something to the paper. It adds a nice finished look to the entire project. And it's so much fun. So, and I think it's actually really relaxing to go around the pieces and ink them all up. I think it's great. Now, of course, I'm using strictly Stampin' Up! Products here. However, I do have to tell you that Tim Holtz makes an incredible distressed ink line. And if you get into all of the really cool things that ink can do, you definitely want to research the Tim Holtz collection, because some of the inks that he has, like the chemistry of it all, is incredible. Reactivity with water, with alcohol, crackle paint, etc., etc. I mean, they're just, oh my gosh, there are so many really cool different inks and products that you can use, and they all do amazing and incredible things. So you get into literally like whatever your imagination can come up with when you do that. But I'm keeping it simple for us. Stampin' Up! Inks are absolutely amazing. And of course, we love that they all coordinate with the papers and everything else really well. So you really can just distress your paper with Stampin' Up! Ink like I'm doing right here, and you get a beautiful result. Okay, and I really just like the flick, flick, flick sound. All right, here we go. When I found this folio, I was really excited because, I mean, it's really simple and stinking cute. You know, it really is. Okay, now that we've got our layers distressed, we don't want to forget about our folio itself, okay? Don't forget it. And because we're going to be looking at both sides, we really want to make sure that we go ahead and distress both sides of it, because, and I'll show you right here, you'll be able to see while I've got all of this distressing going on this side, the other side doesn't. Okay, so if you're wanting to distress both, you have to actually do both sides. Estrada loves Tim Holtz products, girl. So do I. It kills me that I don't get to spend as much time with his stuff as I would love to. So, personally speaking, I absolutely love Tim Holtz, and I've got some Tim Holtz products. But professionally speaking, with my Stampin' Up, of course, on that platform, Tim Holtz products are absolutely amazing, of course. And you can use them with Stampin' Up! Items. So, you know, if you like Tim Holtz inks better, go ahead and get our papers and stamps and use Tim Holtz inks. You know, it's absolutely wonderful. And Tim Holtz has a lot of really cool elements and things like that, especially if you like doing junk journals and oh gosh, ephemera heavy things, and you know, all kinds of cool stuff. Estrada says you should have a day where you use nothing but Tim Holtz. You know what? Actually, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Okay, but then let's have some rules, right? What are the stipulations around that? Do we only use, like, do I get to use Stampin' Up! Paper and stamps, or do I need to have only Tim Holtz stamps and dies and things like that as well? What are our stipulations there? Which, by the way, the folder that I showed you guys in the folio, that is actually one of Tim Holtz dies. I couldn't help it. It was already on my work table. I was playing And I thought, you know what, this folio needs a little folder. All right, now, yes, I have gone around the edges. However, don't neglect the spines of your folio, okay? Because look at this. I mean, as I fold it over, I have this clean top and clean bottom, but I have distressed everything else, okay? So just kind of run your sponge dauber along the corners there. Give it a little bit of color. Don't neglect them. There we go. And this will lighten up just a little bit as it dries. You know, it goes on just a tiny bit darker, but it will lighten up just a smidge. Okay. There we go. All right, now let me set these aside because I just realized that I've got other things to ink up here. So this is that little front pocket. And this, I think, probably should go this way because it's actually going to go in front of this piece. So I think probably that's what I should do. Okay. I thought maybe I would do the little animal print, but then all it is, as you can see, is the little squirrel's body and not his head. So it looks kind of weird being all by itself. So we'll go ahead and turn it around and just use the blue printed side, which is totally fine. Okay, you think I could use whatever? All right, that's cool. If I can use Stampin' Up! Everything else and use some Tim Holtz embellishments and inks and stuff, I think that would be great. I really do love Stampin' Up's paper and their stamps and ink, stamps and dies and things. That's just, their stuff is amazing. Okay. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and ink up the edges of the pocket and the little cascade panels too, because anything that we're going to be using in the folio at this point really needs to be inked up because otherwise it's going to look like we missed it, and we don't want that. All right, so again, across the top, right there on that little fold. Okay. Here we go. I wouldn't necessarily go over this as quick if I were just sitting here myself, but I'm trying not to take too long. You know, this is one of those things that you can really just kind of take your time, la, 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 if you wanted to, okay? And I normally would if I weren't doing a video and if you weren't having to watch me do it. It'd be kind of like watching paint dry. It would feel good to me, but it would be really, really boring for you. So we'll just kind of truck along there. Okay. All right, there we go. Now we'll have to do a little bit more once we figure out like what panels we're going to use for that one, you know, of course, but this will at least be enough to get us started. So let me set these off to the side. I'll go ahead and attach this piece so I can get it out of the way. Okay. And you can see, I mean, how much of a difference it really does make having things distressed. That's just, it's wonderful. All right, now for this pocket, I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive around the bottom edge and it'll go here, okay? But before I can put this one on, we need to figure out what piece we're going to put here. So I'm just going to leave that aside right there. And then this will open up here and this piece is going to go in the middle. Okay, like so. This piece will go on the outside. Uh-oh, I ran out of adhesive. Hold on. Timeout. Good thing I keep an extra over here at the desk now, huh? Okay. Really easy to refill these. They just drop right in. And the adhesive on these is spectacular. So where my studio is, my laundry room is literally right in the very next room. And I can tell you that if you want to know how good your adhesive is, use it in a humid space. Okay. You can tell right away which adhesive is good adhesive and which adhesive is cheap adhesive when you use it. When you use it in a humid space. I just realized that I inked that side up and I meant to ink up the critter side, but that's okay. We'll fix that. Okay. The Velcro. Yeah, we're using Velcro and not magnets here. We could use magnets, but I'm going to use Velcro. Okay. So I'm going to put that right there. That is super stinking cute already. I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so we'll do that. There we go. All right. Did my camera just disconnect? That's weird. Hi. I have no idea how that switched from my hands down to my face. Super weird. All right. Well, there we go. Now I've got it back. Okay. That was strange, wasn't it? Okay. You know what? I think. Yep. Okay. Never mind. Never mind that thinking out loud bit. Okay. Here we go. Oh, it had frozen? Okay, that's weird. That is super weird. It has never done that before. That was crazy. All right, that's okay. Hopefully it's back on track, though. If somebody can let me know, that would be wonderful. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we have this, which I think is super stinking cute. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Absolutely adorable. There we go. You like? Okay. Now then, we need to do this. And I'm thinking, we do have this here, and it is already the right size. So That would be really cute, right? Okay. Or we can do that one. Would have to be trimmed down just a little bit. Okay. Let's see what else we've got, shall we? Okay. You think it looks cute? That's wonderful. I love it. All right. Let's see here. What if we do, okay. If we do this guy here, because it's already the right size, and that can go there, and then this will go in front of it like that, which is super cute. And then these will go one here and one here. And we can put our little pieces on that, whatever we'd like to. So let's do this one first. Okay, so this is, we need 2 3/8. Okay. And then what is this one? Should be 3 by 3. No, not 3 by 3. Okay. Oh yeah, 2 7/8. Okay, so this needs to be 2 3/4 by 2 7/8. So it needs to be 2 3/4 this way. Okay, by 2 7/8 inch this way. All right, so let's cut our 2. Measure twice, cut once. 2 3/4 inches this way, 2 7/8 inch this way. Okay, 2 7/8 inch by 2 3/4 inch. There we go. And this can be one of our panels here. All right, now let's figure out what our other panels are going to be. Shall we do one of them with this color here? I think so. I think that would be great. All right, so 2, let's see, which way? There. Okay, so 2 3/4 inches this way. By 2 7/8 inch this way. Okay, so there's one. And 2 7/8 inch on this side. I think that could be cute also. Okay, and then we need, what, one more? One more. 2 7/8 inch. This side. There we go. 2 7/8 by 2 3/4. Okay, there's that. All right, so I think we've got them now. Okay, we've got 4. All right. Yes. Okay, that one. All right, let's ink these babies up, shall we? Now, you don't have to distress in brown ink. I really like to. That's just always been my kind of go-to. But it could be really pretty doing a Lost Lagoon maybe around this part, and even petal pink around this one, and you would get a whole different look by the different color that you use to distress with. So even though I'm doing this more vintage, darker color, you don't have to do that. You can do literally anything you want to. That's a wonderful thing about paper. I don't know how many times someone has said, "Oh, I'm afraid to do this. I'm afraid to do that. I'm afraid to mess it up." It's just paper. It's just paper. Who cares if you mess it up? You might come across the coolest thing you've ever done, you know? So be brave. It's just paper. It's not life and death. It's meant to be fun. And if it makes you happy, that's all that matters. Absolutely all that matters in the world of paper crafting. So, some really exciting information or news, maybe not necessarily for those of my friends here who are not local to me, but I have been doing some research and thinking, and I've really just, oh gosh, I'm so excited about it because I love all the arts and crafts, literally all the arts and crafts. There's probably not a single arts and craft thing, anything. I don't think there's anything that I don't enjoy or that I wouldn't at least try once, even if maybe I don't particularly care for it. I just love all the things. And, this studio is so pretty. Matthew did such a great job. And I mean, there's plenty of light, plenty of seats for at least a dozen people to come and craft along. So I've been thinking about opening the studio up to other local crafters and doing a regular monthly schedule of different classes. So, like jewelry making or resin art or, any number of different crafts. I have a little group that occasionally gets together to crochet, and it's just so much fun to do different things. And one of my girlfriends is a ceramics gal. She's got a ceramics business. She and her wife do all kinds of really cool ceramics, and she started doing ceramics classes, teaching the classes, and she's just incredible at it. And the projects are really cool, and painting is so much fun. So she's gonna be doing a ceramics class maybe once or twice a month in my studio, and when those happen, I'll be able to post them on my events page. So anybody that would like to come to those will find out how they can register as well. And she's gonna be so much fun. I mean, just so much fun. And then I have another friend who's going to be doing jewelry art with us, and she actually makes her own lampwork glass beads. Like, she blows the glass and everything, and it is so stinking cool. And so she's going to come and do a jewelry making class at some point. We're going to do maybe sun catchers and wind chimes and things like that. Just all kinds of things, because art is, oh, so much fun. And I feel like if we could have more art in the world, we'd have less crime and violence. I'm just saying. I think that's the truth. So, anyway, I know that may be a little utopian, but it's hard to be angry and mean and nasty when you're creating beautiful things. Okay, let me put this piece right here, and I'm actually lining it up right with the edge because that pocket is about the same size as my space here. And what you want to do is I put the glue on the three sides, and then I'm kind of pinching it in just a little so that you can see it makes the pocket a little more open, and it also helps ensure that it fits inside of my little piece here. Okay, so that and that are our pockets, which is already just the cutest thing ever. Okay, now then, these pieces, I'm going to go ahead and glue these on because I feel like if I don't, then I'm going to accidentally glue one of the DSP pieces upside down. So here's what we want to do. We're going to take our liquid glue here. And I'm turning my piece upside down just so that I have a little more control. And I'm going to line it up with the edge of the paper. And it actually is going to line up with just a tiny little space on either side. And then fold it up and over. And that way it's centered. And then I can just press it down. Okay, and that helps me get it right on the edge there. All right, and then I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. There we go. So like that. Let me see, please. Thank you. I don't have my eyeballs on, and I should have. Okay, there we go. All right, there's that one. Okay, so now we've got the basics of our folio. Okay, so you can see there. All right, now these two pieces are going to go right up against the edge of the last piece. So I'm going to take it and apply the glue to the little flap just like I've done the others. Well, I'm trying not to make a mess by holding it up here. There we go. And I'm going to put it right up next to the edge. There we go. Like that. Okay, so now we have those. Okay, and then last one. There we go. All right. Now then, we've got the folio, flap 1, flap 2, flap 3, flap 4, right? We could actually put another pocket here if we wanted to, and that would be great. but I'm not going to. So you could just put it right there, and then that could be a little pocket. Maybe I will. Do I have a piece of cardstock? You know what? I know. Okay, let's do this first, though, right? Okay, here we go. Right about this, and let's see. You know, I'm not sure if that's going to work out for me. Let's do this one and this one. Oh, it needs to turn this way. No, that's right. This way. Okay. Maybe this way and this way. That's pretty. Maybe actually think that looks pretty good. Right there, maybe. I know that's what I had in the first place. And then I was like, okay. I like that. Do you like that? Okay. And then on the inside, I have this one and this one. And then it opens up to that, right? So there we go. Like this. Like this. And like this. Yeah? Okay. I think that's good. All right. I see. Yes. Okay. Very good. All right. There's that one. Okay. Now the question comes in. What on earth would you use this for? Well, you can use it for a mini photo album, a little photo gift. You could use it for a little gift card holder, a little birthday gift. Since it has the gardening things on here, putting a little seed packet or two right here would be fabulous. Certainly, you could attach maybe a little strip of glue to seed packets on all of them. Oh dear, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Holy cow. So you could do a lot of really cool things with it. I'm thinking some seed packets. I'm thinking some seed packets put in here, maybe like one in here, one attached here, and then close this up and then have a little gift card or something in here, or maybe a seed packet here and a gift card in here, something like that. And then very cute little gift, right? Really cute. That's actually so stinking cute. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's get our Velcro dots on here right quick. So I mentioned that these are from Dollar Tree. I really like them, but they are really kind of big. So as you can see here, what I actually like to do is cut them in half. Because not only can you get more for the same price, but come here, friends, but they tend to fit a little better. So I like to fold the thing over and fasten them together this way, and then I'll just snip them, like that. Okay, so let me set that off to the side. And one of these is going to go right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the flat side, come here out of the way, people. I'm going to put the flat side up at the edge, right about the middle. Okay, give it a good press. And then I want to make sure that this piece is straight. If that is not straight with your Velcro, get it there before you close it up, because otherwise it looks ugly. Okay, now I have that. And I think with this one, instead of just putting one here, I think I'm going to put two. Okay, so let's see, these two, and I'll put this one aside. All right, and then I'm going to do these the exact same way. Okay, so I'll take one side. Quit sticking to me. Oh my goodness. You can see here that even though they are Dollar Tree, they stick very well. Okay, and I'm going to put one of them right here. And I'm lining it up with the DSP edge in this case. I'm not lining it up with the edge of my flap because I don't want it to show, right? I don't want it to show. So I'll do that. And then this one, come on, quit. This one I'll put right about here. Nope. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Perfectionism is a curse. Okay, there we go. Press it on and peel off the backing. There we go. And here we go. And then we'll press it down nice and easy, just like that, and then give it a good press. Okay, now I'm going to leave this to sit for just a minute, and I'm going to get a baby wipe, and you can see I've got some ink going here, and I don't want it to spread to any of my other things because this is a silicone mat, and it will literally just hold the ink. So I'm just going to take a baby wipe right quick and give it a little swipey, just to make sure I don't have any other ink over there on the project. There we go. Look at that icky. That's ink. Okay. There we go. All right. And we need to figure out what we're going to do to dress this up. So one thing is that I really like, let's see here. There was something I was going to grab. Let's see. Well, now I don't remember what it was I was going to grab, but that's okay. All right. Okay. I've got some of the little die cut pieces left from the album. And let's see here. We have the Storybook Friends stamps and dies. I think a cute little frame could be fun, or we could do one of the cute little creatures. We could also do these, and these would be really cool because we seem to be getting a garden theme here. So I like the idea of that. All right. Let's see what we got here. That guy hangs over a little too much, I think. The wheelbarrow would be cute on the inside. Let's see if we can go ahead and there we go. Let's see. There we go. Here we go. I don't know if you guys can see all the. Yeah, you can. Okay. All right then. I'm just laying things out here. So let me know if something screams at you that you like. Say, hey, stop. That's it. That's perfect. Okay, so do we like the little squirrel and the watering can, first of all? Okay, do we like those? Let's see. Okay, I kind of like these to be right there. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue. And I'm not going to put a lot of dimension on the stuff inside here now because we don't have a whole lot of room. And if we are indeed going to put some seed packets in here, we really want to keep everything else pretty well flat. Okay. So with this guy, he sticks over the top of the pocket. I want to put my fingers where he overlaps and make sure that I'm not putting any glue right there. Okay. So I'm just going to put some glue on the bottom section. And that way, when I put it back on here, there won't be any glue sticking over and it won't get stuck. Okay, so there's that. And as you can see, we have, there's a pocket and there's a pocket. Okay, and then let's see here. Let me open this one up. Those Velcro dots are serious, y'all. Okay, how about kind of like that one there. Okay, here's the thing though. If I'm going to attach seed packets here, then maybe I don't actually want to put anything else on these because the seed packets will be attached to that. And I think that's probably the way I want it to go. So I may leave that just how it is, but maybe put that there and then I can put this on the front. I like that idea. Okay. Now, if I weren't using the Storybook Friends, if I wanted to do a birthday theme or a baby theme, wouldn't this be a cute little mini baby album, like a sonogram baby shower album or something like that? Some quick, simple little, just a few pictures. Of course, if you were going to do that, you could do cascades all the way down here, a couple more rows at least, and then you could have all these pictures, right? That would be so stinking cute. I think that would be adorable. Okay, so I've got those and I really like that. I'm going to close this up and I like her. But she kind of blends in. So let's see what we can't do about that. Yeah, I don't want to bog it down too much because the paper is really kind of busy already. So let me see here. You guys get out of the way. Get. Go. Okay. All right. Let's do. The only thing is that if I do it, I need to attach it to this side and not this side necessarily because of the way that it's built, right? But if I were to do this guy like so, then I could put her there and that would be really pretty. And then I could put these maybe up here with that. What do you think? That's pretty, right? All right, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Now, the frames are interesting in this bundle because they actually cut the center out as well. I'm pretty sure that all three of them do. Yes, it does. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out all three of them though, so that you can see. This one is the one that I used on the folio album, so I can bring that out and show you. That's the blue one right here. And actually underneath this piece is hollow. So like the die cuts out the center as well. But if you were here last week, I mentioned to you when I made this little panel that, not that one, that the linked together dies, this die right here, actually goes perfectly with that. So it worked out great. With these two, this one, I wonder if maybe one of our stylish shapes would work. And I don't have the new rainbow dies to see if one of them match this. I think maybe last week I mentioned that I know someone who does have it, and I was going to check with her and see if it fits, but she's sick and I don't want to get sick. So I'm going to wait on that, but I will let you know, okay, because I really want to know. So what I want to do is I'm going to give you another this or that right quick before I cut these out, or actually what I'm going to cut these out with. Should we use Lost Lagoon? And mind you, this is what we're going to be putting on the frame. I do believe we're going to have to cut a white piece to lay behind the frame. So we'll have to fussy cut that ourselves. But for the frame itself, do we want it to be Lost Lagoon, or maybe we want to bring in let's see. Petal Pink. That one would be pretty. Okay, so we have Lost Lagoon or Petal Pink. Lagoon or pink. Let's choose between one of them. All right. Lost Lagoon or Petal Pink. Which one shall we do our frames out of? And whichever one we do, I'm going to go ahead and cut all three frames, and then we'll decide from there which one we're going to use. Okay. So let me know if we're doing Lost Lagoon or if we're doing Petal Pink. And while you guys are looking at that, I'm going to see if I can find out. Okay, I've got a lagoon and a pink. All right, we need a tiebreaker, folks. Is anybody else out there that can do a tiebreaker? No, I don't want to use that one. I know we've got some other folks that are lurking in the background, but maybe we can get one of them to chime in. Let's see here. I pick. Okay. Well, oop, that's too small. Okay, that wasn't working out. I'll wait on that one. I don't think that's going to work anyway. Okay, tell you what. I'm going to cut both and we'll see right quick. But ooh, what if? No. Okay. Let me cut my paper. Can I get all three of these on one strip like this? Yes. Very good. Okay. All right. Get my die cut machine out. I got this little cart, and I think I had mentioned it last week, but I got this little cart off Amazon, and I absolutely love it because it has a couple of baskets and it has a little drawer, and it's sturdy enough that I can put my die machine on it so that I can do my die cutting right here next to my workstation and it not bounce the table or the camera around, which is wonderful. So let's see here. Oh, machine, there we go. And actually, I'm going to be really excited to see these other two frames because I've not even cut them out before. So that makes it really cool. Let's do all of this. Now, I have a little container that I put all of my little extra things in, like these pieces right here. I'm not going to throw those away. They can be used for something, surely. So I will hang on to those and put them in another basket or, a little container that I can save them for other things. I'm going to bring up my trash bin here and my little pokey tool. And I'm just poking out the negative stuff here so that it's out of my machine. But there's that one. And I think that, I don't know. We'll see here. Okay. And it'll be nice to have some of these cut out for reference anyway. You know, sometimes you get a die set and you don't realize what all it actually does until you've cut it out. I've had dies before that I thought did one thing, like for example, cut out a whole image, right? And it turns out that all they did was cut out a little outline inside of a piece of paper. And it didn't even cut the whole image out, it just cut lines. And I'll show you what I mean because this one's doing it too. I didn't realize this. You see that? There's lines here and across all the four sides. And I never really noticed it. If I look at the die, let me get all the little things poked out of it here right quick. This one's actually a prime example. I thought it was just embossing. A lot of times we have dies that have little spots on them that look like it's just texture for like embossing. But in this particular case is, like I said, a prime example. So see, here is the die, and these little lines right here are what I was looking at, and I thought that they were embossing, but they're actually not. So that's interesting. And the emboss line, maybe if I had gone through a second time, there is actually another line around there. Anyway, it's just interesting to me. Sometimes you don't realize what all a die does until you actually cut it out. So it's really nice to do that. And, you know that I have told people before, and I need to practice what I preach, but I have mentioned to people that they should cut out their dies just to see what all they get, right? Because you just don't always know. And then here again is this one where it's got those little lines again that I thought were embossing, but they're actually cut. So that's just really neat. Okay, now let's see here. I've got one of each of the shapes, and I'm going to try to help narrow this down here. So this is really pretty, but I don't think that's the one I want to use. I really think that this is actually the one that I want to use. And honestly, I think, let's see here. I think maybe I actually want to use this color as well, because I think the pink is going to be, well, I don't know. Okay, we'll see. Let me cut this one out in the pink. And we're definitely going to have to trim out a white background piece. But I'll show you a simple way of doing that also. All right, there we go. And little pokies. There we go. All right. Okay, now then, we have the pink one. The pink one. the lagoon. All right. Let me show you how I'm going to do, let me show you how I'm going to do the white piece for the background here. I'm going to take the negative and grab a scrap of my white paper, and I'm going to cut around it just a little bit bigger than this piece, okay? So right off the bat, I'll leave a little here. I'll leave a little bit of an edge. Okay. Okay. Now, I know it doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to fit behind all of this. And we did pretty good, but we've got around these corners just a little bit. So I'll just snip that around. Come on, there we go. There we go. Now that should be good. Pretty darn good. Look at that. Okay. Now we can make a pretty good educated guess on what we want to do here. All right, so here's lagoon. I like that. That's pretty. I think maybe the lagoon frame I want to do, because then I could put a pink bow. That pink is really pretty though and makes it pop. Go. Grab my ribbon snips. Okay, there's the pink. And then yeah. And then there's lagoon. Okay. Let me do another one of these here. There we go. You think the lagoon now, Ma? I think both of them would be very pretty, but here we go. So as you can see, I'm just putting a little touch of glue around the edges of my white piece here. Okay. All right, there's that piece. That makes it a little easier, it seems like. All right, and then let's do the lagoon. There we go. There we go. All right. Now then, as I had mentioned, we want to attach the label to the flap itself rather than this piece, because otherwise, if we were to put our adhesive on this side, then this would have to tuck under. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on a single dimensional on this side, and I'm going to put 2 layers of dimension on this side, but I'm going to dust off the back side so that it's not sticky anymore. And that way it will help keep it from being lopsided. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean here. And I'm going to go ahead and put them 3 wide. Okay, so one row of dimensionals there, and then a row of 2 high on this side. Oop, hold on. There we go. And here. Now, I don't know if you know this, but with our dimensionals at least, if you take the backing off of the dimensional and you flip it over onto the dimensional again, the backside isn't waxed or coated. So if I were to stick this on like that, it cannot come off. It is now permanently stuck to that dimensional, and now it's no longer sticky. So I can take the dimensional backing and just flip it over like that, and it makes a perfectly shaped foot. Come on, eyeballs. Always the last one. There we go. All right, now that's perfectly, the white. 2 layers, and it's not sticky at all. Okay, so now I'm going to take the backing off of this side, and I'm just going to line it up in the middle. Press those down. And by having those ones there, they kind of act like a little buffer to make sure that it lays flat. Okay. Now, because it's a 3D project and I can put as many dimensionals as I want, I'm going to put this and one more here so that I can pop my little bunny up. Like so. And then this piece, I'm going to glue down right here. Okay. And then this I will put on with a glue dot. There we go. And there we have it. Okay, now if I want to, I don't want to. As I say, if I wanted to, I could put some little bling bling on there, but I don't want to. Okay, so there we have it, friends. We've got this super stinking cute little folio. Opens up like this. You've got a pocket here and a pocket here. Opens up here. And we've got our little flaps like that. And we've got plenty of spaces for photos, or in this particular case, I'm going to put some little seed pouches in here. So I think this is going to make a super cute little gift for a friend of mine who loves to grow flowers. So, all right, guys, I hope that y'all enjoyed that. Let me just switch my cameras around here. And here we go. All right. So, if you guys would like to participate in the Storybook Friends Folio class, you can see the QR code there. Just hover your phone's camera over the little QR code, and you'll be able to get all of the information and see how to register for the class. And I think that you guys are going to love it. I know that I enjoyed putting it together, but it's absolutely beautiful. And it includes everything that you need. So check it out, and I hope that you guys will join me for that. And I hope that you guys like this super cute little mini folio. I hope that you will try it out, maybe make one for yourself. And if you do, go over to the Stampin' Chicks group on Facebook and post a picture of it there. I would love to see it. And yeah, so let me know, okay? I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this evening. And until next time, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day, okay? All right, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to put in the comments right quick the Facebook group, okay? So give me just a second here. And let me grab that link for you. Oops, hold on. Let me learn how to spell. There we go. All right. Copy, and there we go. All right, guys, there it is in the comments. So if you would like to join the Facebook group and you're not already in there, I would love to have you in there, and share a picture of your project, okay? All right, guys, I will see you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.